This Timberwolves-Lakers series hasn't gone as I or pretty much anyone anticipated. Me for one, I had the Lakers winning in 5 or 6 games. Even after game 1 when Minnesota shell-shocked LA by winning by 20 plus points, I dismissed the Wolves' hot shooting as a one-time thing and believed that Los Angeles would still end up winning. And I wasn't the only one, as going into the series, the Lakers were the clear favorites.
I don't think the Timberwolves can match up. I'm taking Lakers all day. It's going to be a lot of Luka gonna be like,
nah, it ain't gonna be a bunch of that.
He's gonna be hitting Ant with the.
As you can see, most people didn't think it was possible that Minnesota would be up 3-1, but that's what we're witnessing. Game 1 went to the Timberwolves because of how efficient they were from 3. Game 2 went to the Lakers. They won Game 2 because the Timberwolves this time went 5 for 25 from 3, which was a stark difference from the opener where they made 22 threes at a 50% clip. This made me feel like I was right all along, that Minnesota really wasn't going to be able to keep up all this hot shooting. Sure enough, in Game 3, the tide turned in Minnesota's favor. Luka Doncic wasn't the same player because of a stomach bug, and while LeBron's efforts were respectable, they weren't replaceable for what Luka normally does. In the final 4 minutes of the fourth, the game was tied, but the Lakers only scored 1 point the rest of the way, so LA ended up going down 2-1 for a lot of reasons. Maybe because of Luka being sick, Jaden McDaniels' 30 ball, or that nobody showed up in the fourth. Whatever the reason was, they couldn't get it done. So going into yesterday's game, it was a must win. LA had to tie the series up 2-2 and avoid going down 3-1, but they didn't do that.
So, Timberwolves, Lakers must win game 4 for Los Angeles, and they do something that we have never seen, at least in the tracking era, and yet they still fall short. The attempt to try to tie this series up 2-2. Now they're down 1-3.
So that's Low describing how the Lakers went down 3-1, and for me, part of the reason why I think the Lakers ended up losing is because the starting 5 played the entire second half with no subs. LeBron logged 46 minutes, Luka logged 45, Rui played 49, DFS played 40, and Austin Reeves played 45. That's a lot of minutes for only 5 guys, so JJ Redick got questioned about it in his post-game interview.
No, it wasn't planned, but we just made the decision at halftime.
So, sounds like JJ didn't necessarily plan to do that. Still, playing your starters the entire second half is never a good idea. That's how you get gassed. Think about it, the Timberwolves aren't lacking on their bench like LA is. They still got Naz Reid and Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench, who can actually make a difference. Meanwhile, we got to deal with Jackson Hayes, who's supposed to be the big man but is basically unplayable. JJ only played him 4 minutes in game 4 and he only scored 2 points. All I saw that guy do was get dunked on. Now, I bet you're wishing that Mark Williams trade didn't get rescinded. Seriously, I know Rudy Gobert is limited on offense, but it'd be nice if the Lakers had their own 7-footer who could at least grab rebounds and protect the rim. Of course, 10 out of 10 times they should pull the trigger and give up Anthony Davis for Luka, but that doesn't change the fact that the trade gave up almost all their rim protection. I can't fault JJ Redick for taking away minutes from Jackson Hayes, a player who clearly hasn't found his groove in the series yet. Only issue is that when you take out a guy like Hayes, you have to put someone else in so that the minutes are more evenly distributed. JJ didn't think of that, which resulted in the team losing energy at the end and LeBron ending the fourth quarter scoreless.
LeBron James just wasn't born with the clutch gene. Poor man. He's got it all, but he doesn't have the clutch gene. Proven again.
Skip Bayless wanted to go after LeBron and said he didn't have the clutch gene. Sure, I mean, he's talking about how LeBron swung the ball to Austin Reeves in the corner for the last shot instead of shooting it. But if you watch the play, it was the right move to make, and Reeves normally can knock down shots like that. So I don't fault LeBron for that. I know that there's this narrative that LeBron only passes the ball in big moments, but to be honest, just looking at that specific play, it was the right move to make. I mean, naturally, he's a playmaker, and he's become more pass first as he's gotten older, so I don't know what there is to talk about. LeBron logging 46 minutes just wasn't the right move. Even Magic Johnson said something like that. He said, quote, "I don't know if it's smart to play LeBron and Luka the entire second half after only having one day of rest between games 3 and 4. When we needed LeBron to take over in the fourth quarter, he couldn't. He scored 0 points in the fourth." And Magic is right. You can call LeBron not clutch, or some people blame Luka, but they set themselves up for failure with how many minutes they played. Still, Skip Bayless found out a way to blame Luka.
And I'm not going to be wrong about this. The Dallas Mavericks and Nico Harrison made a very good deal getting Anthony Davis and Max Christie, for what that's worth, for Luka Doncic.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
See, I don't know how Skip came up with the idea that the Mavs made a good trade. The Lakers are at least in the playoffs, even though it's looking like they're going to be a first round exit, but the Mavs are at home right now and Kyrie is dealing with a serious injury. Luka can't be blamed for the Lakers losing. Early on in the games they played, he's been the one helping them get a lead. Sure, he's not a strong defender, but that's what you get with Luka. That's always been the case, but the media just can't stop mentioning that at every turn.
Luka's not playing that well. Let's just say it out loud. He's not in great shape, never been a good defender.
But Luka Doncic is a ball hog.
Your team, your best player now, and Luka Doncic is out of shape.
Time and time again, Luka's gonna get blamed, and I'm not even trying to blame LeBron for the position they're in. Why can't we give credit to Anthony Edwards? He's been incredible. It doesn't necessarily have to be LeBron or Luka's fault. LeBron's had some great defensive moments in this series while Doncic has carried the offense. That's just how it's gone. Only problem is that Ant Edwards has had his way in the series so far. The Timberwolves have just been good, but somehow Skip Bayless and other guys like that have found a way to blame Doncic, which I know I keep touching on, but for me, I just don't understand why there's still people trying to defend the Mavs' move to get rid of Luka. I feel like it's probably just because having that type of opinion gets views just cause it's different. Not many people in their right mind can look at the Lakers season and then look at the Mavs season and say that Nico Harrison made the right choice. Truth is, he made a grave mistake, and let's stop pretending like that isn't the case. So instead of blaming Luka, we can acknowledge the holes in this Lakers team. Like how they've been getting beat on the boards throughout this series. Fix that, maybe things would have gone differently. We'll see if the Lakers can win on Wednesday and push the series to 7 games. But what do you think? Are the Lakers going to be able to win the series? Tell me in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.